very warm welcome to you to my YouTube channel, Living with Spice. I'm Rebecca Gabrielle. I'm going to be doing a card reading for Capricorn, and this is for the week of the 21st through to the 28th of March, so end of March. Alright, so Capricorn, let's dive into the reading. You know that it's a general reading, so it's not going to resonate on every level, but just take the parts that are fitting into your circumstances, leave the rest. We never want to force anything. And of course, if you're interested in a private reading, you're very welcome to contact me and we can do that. So let's take a look at the energies surrounding you, your energy, and where your focus is for this week coming. So Capricorn, thank you for joining me for your reading for the 21st through the 28th of March. So let's see what is happening for you. I'm just doing a very loose shuffle today because these are very big cards. I haven't used these for a little while. Let's take a look at what's going on for you. So I'm going to take a look at where your energy has been. Where it is currently, and then where it's going, where you're going to be focused moving forward, how things are likely to play out, knowing that we've always got a choice in the direction that we take and where we focus our energy. Well, certainly in recent times you have felt quite self-empowered. You've taken a lot of action, big action, with the Queen of Wands here, and made some pretty bold decisions in your life in recent times. It has taken a lot of courage and boldness, and you've really had to sort of step up and step forward in order to do the things that you know that you are going to mean something to you, that you're passionate about. And it's really having the courage to put your best foot forward. And I feel that even though sometimes taking courage can mean that we've got to face the challenges, face the fires, at the same time you're doing it willingly because you know it's going to advance you. You're going to progress as a result of you having the courage and facing the fires. And when we say facing the fires, they could be your fears, they could be putting in the hard yards and knowing that you've got to work hard to do something or to achieve something, but nevertheless you are prepared to, and you are very alert at the moment, really taking in everything in your surrounds, and doing your best, putting your best foot forward is what I'm getting. So that's fantastic. Now, Eight of Wands also is about a lot of communication, and communication in general. So whether it's you putting out, it's also you listening, waiting, receiving, responding, learning, juggling a lot of information that is coming your way. Also just putting it out into the unknown, not really quite sure if you're going to hit the mark, but you're giving it a go. And so kind of waiting to see if what you're doing is hitting the spot, and waiting for that feedback, of course. So it is trusting yourself and taking a leap of faith, and stepping out into the unknown. So it's also the Eight of Pentacles, so you really have been working hard and diligently relying on all of your resources, your skills, your talents, putting them into use, and perhaps working some long hours, or it feels that the energy is that you're having to put a lot of energy into things at the moment. But again, there is this sense of dedication and commitment and a willingness to do this. There's no unwillingness here. It's knowing that you are striving towards something that you're going to reap the benefits of. You know that the time and the effort that you put in now is going to produce a good result, and you're happy with that. You are starting to see that you are ticking boxes and things are going well. So good on you, Capricorn. You're very, very focused with your energy right now. You're putting all of your effort into various areas in your life at the minute, and all of this is requiring you to have strength, but it's Sometimes I get the sense with the card in this particular deck that you're doubting your strength. And there may be elements of that, particularly if you're having to do something that's unfamiliar for you or new. But there's also a part of you that actually does know that you're strong. You do know who you are and what your skills are. Maybe the landscape is new. Maybe there is parts of it that you have to sort of tentatively move forward, and that's why we see this woman leaning on the boar here for that sense of security and that groundedness. But there's also a great deal of confidence in your energy as well, in that you know who that you are and you're quite prepared to step up and step forward like the Queen of Wands is. And so good on you. You are putting on that sort of facade to let everybody else know, I can do this, I can do this. So a lot of it is about how you're presenting yourself, not even so much what you're saying, but how you are showing up. And sometimes that's just as important, is just showing up and being prepared to listen, to learn, to do, and to let others know that you're prepared to do that. So I am seeing with the Six of Pentacles here, there is a case of having to put in order to receive. It's slowly going to, you're slowly going to reap rewards. What is important is equal energy for compensation at the moment. You're aware of that, so don't forget to keep things in balance in your life, in your physical life. Be careful not to burn the candle at both ends, if you know what I mean. Don't overwork yourself, because there could be a tendency for you want to overachieve and then forget about your own health and well-being. We see this older gentleman here who has been giving out a lot, right? And he's now probably feeling pretty worse for the wear at the minute. Like, he's got the wisdom, but he does look pretty exhausted to me. So I'm just getting the sense with this particular card at the moment, Capricorn, that right now take stock of where your energy is at and look after your well-being, your health and well-being. Now, all of what you have been doing recently is moving in a beautiful direction. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. So you are creating stability. You are experiencing growth in your life at the moment. And you are feeling a sense of connection. In general, you are feeling pretty good in your life right now, which is a really beautiful feeling. So this is the Ten of Pentacles. This is family life, connection, having what it is that you need, being around others who are also very supportive of you. And this has come from putting in the work. Putting in the work in many areas in your life. It's not that you've stopped it's not that you've believe that you've reached your destination, but you are recognizing you've reached a milestone in your life, which is fantastic, Capricorn. Now, the Princess of Pentacles, she also knows that there's in some areas of your life, it could be a new job or a new home or something new in your life. You're recognizing you're a newbie. You're a newbie in some area of your life at the moment, and so you're prepared to learn. You're prepared to give this area of your life some attention right now, but you're feeling very, very grateful right now. You are keeping yourself alert, and you are listening. You're observing, and this is a really good sign of anybody who's prepared to learn and grow, which is fabulous. Now, interestingly, we have a Five of Swords card that's just snuck in here. So and when I say that, it seems a little bit out of character with the rest of the reading here. So what I'm getting a sense here is that someone has said something and perhaps said it a little bit harshly. Communication has been a little bit selfish or not insightful somewhere. Either you have said this or someone has said that to you, and so there's been something a little bit sarcastic that has been said, which can leave the other party feeling hurtful. Now, what's gone on here? Something has just gone a little bit of a miss here, so be careful with your words, Capricorn, either you or someone else, because it does do damage, and sometimes we don't recognize the damage that it does. So perhaps this is just a red flag to let you know that, you know, sometimes words, even if they're not meant with harsh intentions, they do hurt, and we need to be careful with the way we say things. So yeah, I feel like that is perhaps a caution to you, Capricorn, to be mindful of how you use your words and how somebody may respond when they receive those words. Now, the High Priestess card has shown up here, which is letting me know that you need to tap into your intuition at the moment to be your guide around how things are changing and transforming in your life now. So if there's something in your life that you need to have some more information about, or to tap into what is right for you for the future going forward, Spirit is saying you need to use your intuition here. It's not likely you're going to receive the information outside of yourself. This is a moment in your life where you need to be guided by your higher self, by Spirit, your angels, God. So really you need to actually take time away from everyone else to do that. You need to give yourself the space and the silence to be able to receive and to trust your inner knowing around something. And I do feel that this is you evaluating the future and evaluating your direction and what's most important to you. So I'm getting the sense that this is an important time in your life where you need to step away at times to be able to hear the guidance. Now, up until recently, you've been too busy to do that. You've been very, very focused on all the activities happening in your life. Your pentacles are your physical life, job, the things that you've had to focus on, the do, and to the point of exhaustion almost. So it's kind of like, okay, time out here, because something went amiss here that you didn't see or failed to see, or let me just say, you weren't receptive to because your focus was elsewhere. And so I feel that's where these harsh words came from, or something was said without thought. And so now you realize, oh, I just need to recalibrate here. I need to step aside and have a moment to think about what's most important here in terms of long term. What do I need to know about myself and my future for the long term? Yeah, so that's the High Priestess card. It's getting that guidance, that inner guidance, that wisdom that's going to assist you going forward. Okay, so I want to see where this is going for you. What's the next steps for you? So what does Capricorn need to be aware of going forward? Yeah, thank you, Spirit. What else does Capricorn need to know going forward? Something just flipped. There we go. Breathe. Time to breathe. Yep. Time to just take a moment to chill out. That's in alignment with this High Priestess card. So definitely it's creating some meditation space, some stillness, some quiet. You can't do this in the noise of life, in the busyness of life. You do need to step away, and you need to tap into the divine. You need to hear the guidance. Go somewhere quiet, Capricorn, where you can just be by yourself for a little while. Go for a walk in nature, by the water somewhere, or be peaceful in a room where you've got some candles lit, somewhere where you know that you can just take some time, some good amount of time, not 5 minutes. You know, this is going to require you to really see the bigger picture here. So I love it when I'm looking at this card. I'm just kind of imagining being in space and looking down on the earth, and really being in complete awe and wonder of what you're seeing, as if you're looking from the moon down to the earth, and being absolute in marvel at what you are seeing. But not just that, it's having this awareness when we step out of the fray, or it's like when we go on holiday and you move away from your location, you suddenly have a new fresh perspective and you see things with different eyes. And I feel that Spirit is asking you step away in order to look back and to see the whole picture with fresh eyes. Yeah, so this is what you need to do right now. Okay. And that's going to help give you the clarity and clear your communication, Capricorn. Yeah, that, because there's something here that you you need to see, and Spirit's going to help you to see when you step away to look at the bigger picture. All right, thank you, Spirit. What else does Capricorn need to know? Yes, there's something here that you've got to let go of or move away from or recognize is changing in your life. So something is shifting, old to new. So we've got the time to go card. So there's something or some aspect in your life that you need to leave behind. It's time to say goodbye to that. Perhaps that's old ways of being, perhaps that's a cycle in your life that's come to an end, perhaps it's a location that you're moving from, because this card is letting us know that you're walking towards something new, something different. You're leaving behind something in order to go to something new. So what is that comes to mind that has got old energy around it? Capricorn, there's something that's got old energy and you've kind of, it's past its expiry date, and so you need to move away from this energy now to something new that's going to represent a new chapter in your life. And I know that you're not 100% sure what that is, but you know that you're ready. You know that you're ready. Thank you, Spirit. What else? Okay, there's a lot of this energy coming out right now. So clearly this is the main message for your reading today. Being the observer, again, that's taking a step back to observe what you need to see that you haven't been aware of. You've not noticed some very important things. The Spirit is really urging you to take time to step back so that you can see what needs to be seen. So yeah, taking time out. Take some time out to observe, to notice, to watch, to connect with your body, Capricorn, so that you understand what your body's telling you. Because our body is incredibly intuitive, you know. It will tell us when we're at peace with something and when we're not. It can tell us if things are in flow or not. So if you're having difficulty in your thoughts, then tap into what your body's letting you know. But certainly watch, wait, observe. There's no need to make decisions on everything. First of all, discern after you've had time to be still and to see the bigger picture. Wow. And given that you've been so focused on your Pentacles, Capricorn, it's, you know, meeting your material needs in this realm, it's got something to do with that. It's got to do with your life and how you're going to be moving forward and what your choices are. So I'm going to pull a card, an oracle card from the Magdalene Oracle deck here. So thank you, Spirit. What other guidance do you have for Capricorn? What else does Capricorn need to know? So certainly it's this time out card here to reflect and observe and to notice, because you haven't had a moment to do that. Especially when you're tired too, you've got to recoup your energy. Oh, it's interesting. Saint and Sinner card. This is a card of contrasts here. The assumptions you are making about another person or event could turn out to be completely wrong, Capricorn. So again, that's another reason why it's just you need to sit back and watch and observe in order to get clarity around something. Realize that for every theory, there is a contradicting and opposing one. So perhaps you're assuming something at the moment, and maybe what will serve you, Capricorn, is if you perhaps give yourself an opportunity to see the other side of this person or the other side of this situation. There is more to this than first meets the eye, Capricorn. You're being advised to keep an open mind and heart. All is not necessarily the way it seems right now. Remember also that often the judgments we make about others are also judgments we make about ourselves. So if you are making a judgment about someone else, what are you assuming about you? Are you compromising? Are you assuming that you'll be okay with the situation or not okay with the situation? What are you not seeing for yourself? What have you not asked yourself? Perhaps you've assumed even something about yourself. So definitely there's this need for inner reflection at the moment. You will not find peace and fulfillment while holding on to I'm right and they're wrong attitude. So definitely something has happened that's caused you to assume something, and it's caused a little bit of a conflict here, a disagreement, a lack of alignment here. Just remember, Capricorn, there's no single truth that's going to apply to everything. In time, things will become clearer, but I do feel that Spirit is urging you to take another fresh perspective and not to assume something, because it's quite likely that that's the case, and that's why Spirit wants you to step away just for a moment to give yourself that opportunity to sort of, consider perhaps another perspective around your current situation, or perhaps the assumptions you've made about your situation or another person, just so that you can get a clearer picture of what is. Think about you standing on the moon and looking back down to earth, that kind of thing. Oh, I didn't notice that, I didn't realize that, or how this fits into the bigger picture. Because when we're so focused on one part of the picture, we don't see the whole picture. That's here. I've got two cards that wanted to come out just then, so I'm going to take those. We've got the healing card and the liberation card. Most unusual. Reconnecting with your inner self and breaking free from a negative attachment. Capricorn, what's going on here? So, there has been a negative energy in your life that it's time for you to leave and move away from. Perhaps you've made assumptions about yourself and not giving yourself the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, your energy's been quite split. You've been so focused on building your career, your job, your finances, ensuring your security. You have got yourself a little bit worn out. You are heading in a good direction, but it's just you've blocked something, and you just need to take a little bit of time out to give yourself some space to see other areas of your life that you've not given attention to recently. And so Spirit is urging you, just take some time out to observe here. There's something that you need to deal with here, and recognize that there's something that you're not seeing within you, first of all, before we even focus on what we think we're assuming about another person. You're on a healing journey at the moment, and part of your healing and your attempt to get over some toxic energy that has been in your life is that you need to take this time to observe, and to observe you, to observe what's changed within you, and you can do that when you go into nature, Capricorn. You are able to strip back, the stuff of the world, where our energy tends to go in the 3D realm. The moment you step into nature, it melts you and takes all of those layers off you, so that you've got the time and energy to now come back to your heart space and to really examine how you truly feel and what is it that you need to heal. Because in order for you to progress in your life, you must heal something within you first, and nature is going to help you through that process, Capricorn. It's very important that you listen to the guidance of Spirit at the moment. Am I looking at the right book here? Yes. Okay. The lady featured on this card has journeyed far and wide searching for happiness, which she hasn't managed to find. Confused and tired, she surrenders and retreats to her inner sanctuary, a space of light inside her heart where she discovers a deep sense of peace. She rediscovers and reconnects to her true nature by letting go of all that is superficial in her life. She reflects on her past and is now able to see what is true and what is false, what is real and what is illusion. In the stillness of her heart, she hears a whisper, a message of love. Her heart is grateful for her return. Over the past months, you have inadvertently steered off course, gradually losing sight of what is truly important, and without realizing it, losing touch with the real you. Yeah. You've been so engrossed in having to deal with the 3D realm here, survival, job, putting in the hours, working, that somehow you've disconnected from your heart. It's time for you to reconnect and rediscover your true essence and your inner child. Stop searching externally. Look within and you will rediscover the magic. Yeah, that's what's out of alignment here. Perhaps you are not speaking or seeing the truth within you, and Spirit is urging you to realign with your divine self, with Spirit. Come back to you. Be the observer of you and the observer of your life. There's something that you need to heal from, okay? So you need to take this time out. Wow. Do not be concerned, for a profound healing is taking place, and at the end of this process, you will feel all the better for it. The lady featured on this card emerges from the deep waters of her emotions into the light of a new day. Emotionally cleansed and rejuvenated, she now is ready to move fully into her power, free of the emotional baggage that she previously carried. There's a beautiful affirmation in this book that comes with this reading. I allow all unresolved feelings to surface. I give thanks for the healing that is taking place. I'm emotionally cleansed. I am free of emotional baggage. I release all that no longer serves me. And this is you leaving that heavy energy and letting that go. That's a thing of the past now. Leaving the heavy energy, the emotional baggage, the pain, the whatever you have been holding on to for so long. You're letting that go now and experiencing, now this was the second card, liberation. I love it that that came out as well. So let's take a look at the liberation card. Whether you realize it or not, you have become too emotionally attached or dependent on someone or something, or you have allowed or inadvertently caused someone to get too emotionally attached to you. So what at first seemed like a healthy friendship or interest now seems to be taking over your life or is creating too much codependence. A situation that initially seemed like a positive has now revealed its negative side. This is, in effect, like a form of addiction. You are advised to examine this issue and then create some space between you, which is what we've got here. Taking time out to create some space to see the bigger picture. Initially, this may cause some resentment and even a sense of panic. But the end result will be worth it. When you manage to emotionally detach yourself from this issue, you will have learnt a valuable lesson, and this will serve you well in the future. Wow. The affirmation is, I release myself from all negative attachment. I trust that this is for my highest good. I trust that this is for the highest good of all. I help others most by not allowing myself or them be codependent. I look at every situation in a balanced way. We see here too in the Six of Pentacles the need to create balance, and at the moment there isn't balance, and it's sucking the life out of you, Capricorn, and you've got to recognize that, okay? You've been too focused in one area of your life. It's time to let this thing go that has been causing you or draining your energy like an addiction does. It's time to let that go. Interesting. Yeah, okay, so I'm just determining what card to give you next, and I'm going to pull a card from the Enchanted Map deck. Let's see, Capricorn, Spirit, in what direction? What's next step for Capricorn? Certainly we know that this is a time out for reflection and to release things that are past their expiry date now. It's time for healing and to move on and to feel and experience that sense of freedom by letting a negative attachment go. So that's the key message here. Is there anything else here, Spirit, for Capricorn today? Listen, the listening card. Yeah, how appropriate. So it is important now to be an excellent listener, and I put that into a similar category as the observer. So the listening card here. So this is time. It's less of a time to do and more of a time to listen and observe. When this card appears, you're being reminded that there is a time to speak and a time to be silent. Now is an occasion for listening. Pay attention not only to what is being spoken, but also to what is not being said at the moment. It's almost like listening to the silence and tapping into what you are sensing and knowing, listening to your heart, listening to spirit. Listening for the deeper message is not always obvious, Capricorn. Yeah, it's not about listening with your ears, it's about listening with your heart in order to find clarity. It's a good sign, this card, because it ensures a greater understanding of your circumstances. Also, there's a bit of another message here that if you feel that you're not being heard at the moment, that your needs aren't being met or not being recognised, now's the time to be able to bring this to the table, to speak up. It's time for your voice to be heard in terms of what is important to you. You need to also be clear in asking for what it is that you want and to say what you actually mean. It's also about you listening to someone else, and rather than listening to what you want to hear from them, actually listen without allowing yourself to deny or to have clouded listening. You know how we so much want to hear something, but we turn the message into what it is that we want to hear rather than what a person is truly saying. So the way you listen is really important. So listening without any desire to change the story or to have an attachment, just listen with the heart. That's the biggest advice here, is to listen with the heart. So Capricorn, that is essentially your reading for the week of the 21st to the 28th. And we thank you, Spirit, for your guidance for Capricorn at this time. Listen with your heart. Observe. Let go of negative attachment. Take a little bit of time out for yourself, Capricorn. So I'm pulling a card from the Namaste Blessing card deck. See what we have for you. The blessing of meditation. Oh my gosh, exactly what you need right now. The blessing of meditation. So I'm going to read this for you. Your window of perception is cleansed, and for a moment you see life as it truly is, infinite and eternal. Meditation will help you to rise above any situation and event and see things clearly. What usually seems chaotic and disorderly can seem the opposite. Know there is divine order in your life. Really? Come on. That's beautiful. The message is very clear. All right, Capricorn, that is your reading. Capricorn. Well, I hope you have enjoyed the message that has come through from Spirit this week. It's very clear. It's some beautiful guidance and wisdom for you. So I hope that resonates for you. If it has, please give the video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates for you. If you are new to my channel, I invite you to subscribe. Let people know about Living with Spice. The Divine is here to help everyone. Have a beautiful week, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.